Welcome back to Bloom. Urologist, holistic wellness advocate, and author Dr. Suelyn Hall is back with us now to share your journey as a doctor, overcoming life's challenges and offering advice on how to use your responsibilities and resilience to create possibilities. Dr. Hall, that's beautiful. You wrote that, so I can't take credit for it, but using your resilience and responsibilities and moving forward. Thank you for sticking around. We learned a lot during the last segment. Let's talk about your story. You have had quite the experiences that have helped mold where you are today.
Yes. As a urologist, we actually are hooked up with a mentor in medical school, and my mentor was the head of urology who taught me the medical and surgical precision in the field, and so I was really excited about it, wanting to do urology, but then my dean dissuaded me from this male-centric field. So I found a female urologist who said, follow your dreams, and now I'm one of the first 50 female urologists that I'm really proud of that.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Congratulations on that. We love that girl power in every field, especially something like this, because also I think it makes a difference. Probably women feel more comfortable going in and talking to a woman.
Yes, and you know, 30% of our patients are women. Yes, there's a large percentage of men. There are a lot of pediatric patients as well. And so having a choice, that was very important, I thought. Even though I still represent less than 1% in my field, still patients have that option to be able to see a female urologist if they wanted to.
Well, we are glad you changed and made that decision and didn't let somebody dissuade you from doing what you're doing, because you're so good at it. But let's go back even further. You grew up in Jamaica.
Yes. Yes.
How did you end up now practicing medicine here in the States?
So from Jamaica, which has taught me, you know, hard work is so valuable. You know, Jamaica, we've gone through so many storms, yearly hurricanes, and it uproots us from humble beginnings. And I was able, from that, learning from that growing and developing strength in a field that was probably not used to having women was probably a strength. And rebuilding and growing and becoming a urologist was a very enticing but powerful role to fill. And also to be a role model for others in the future, which Jamaica has been, you know, the track and field nation running and doing very well in the Olympics. And so I've even tried to do that as well.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes.
When did you decide that you wanted to specialize and become a urologist? Did you always grow up knowing you wanted to be a doctor?
My godfather was actually a doctor, and he carried the little black bag, and so I wanted to do that. But when I went to medical school, I realized when I was dissecting the anatomy and the body that I really loved doing surgery, but I didn't want to just do general surgery. And so that's when I decided on the field of urology, which has medical care, but also surgical precision.
And of course, faced so many challenges along the way, because we know that is a very hard path, and you were even told not to do it. So many women have found themselves in that same situation. Mine happened in high school. I had a mentor, a guidance counselor, say, choose your college wisely, because that's where you're going to meet your husband.
Really?
Yes. So,
wow.
But I know so many other women have stories just like that, where you had to say, I'm going to go do what I want to do. What advice would you have for us?
I actually met my husband in medical school, so I guess that was kind of true.
I mean, hey, if it worked out, I know it works out for a lot of people.
But I don't try to fit in. I think our uniqueness and our femininity is really what is our strength. And our caring, our natural compassion for patients, I think, is our strength as women. And patients always remember how you make them feel, not just what you do for them. And so I think encouraging other women to go in a field that's, you know, challenging. I think most successful people have failures or have challenges. Taking the risk is the key. You know, you learn from failures, you grow from failures, and I think that that's what I learned, and I think is the best part of going against the grain and accepting the challenge.
But you know, in the moment, it can be a little difficult, because when somebody says something out loud, you start to question maybe a little bit of those values. How did you dig deep and just continue on?
So I think I don't try to fit in. You know, I try to be unique in my own values and my values from growing up, to work hard, prove your merit in whatever you do, and you know, stand out in the crowd and be the best you can. And I think those are great, great support and values that my family have instilled in me.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, and it's always good to hear what's going on behind what we see. Like we saw you doing your thing in the first one,
yes.
But there's a story behind how you got there. We appreciate you.
I appreciate that, and I told my story in my book, How to Get Ahead. So
amazing. So definitely check that out,
yes.
and we'll all find something that we can cling to, and of course, understand through you sharing yours. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
We'll share this story on bloomtampabay.com. Stay with us. Bloom will be right back.
All right, what do we got here?
Well, doctor, today